All right. Thomas Tuchel possibly not happy, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally out of the Jules Kounde transfer saga, it seems like, and the focus is now going into other centre backs and Timo Werner. Timo time to go.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get cracking on the latest that's happening with Chelsea Football Club in terms of transfer news. There's a lot of talks around Thomas Tuchel possibly not being happy, angry, disgruntled, just unsettled. And we're definitely going to explore that. He's apparently not enjoying this whole being so involved in the transfer market. And I don't blame him. This is not his expertise. His expertise is managing and coaching, and whether being so involved in this transfer market is taking some of his attention away from focusing on the team and preparing the team for upcoming matches, that's something to definitely ponder about. But it is what it is. We are in a situation where he needs help. Todd Bowley needs help. We don't have Marino. We don't have Peter Cech. We don't have Bruce Buck and all those people that have been involved previously. But at the same time, I'm not unhappy that those guys have left or been sacked or been let go of. I think it needed to happen. It's just we're going to have to suffer. We're going to have to suffer for this particular transfer window. But at the same time, I think now we need to start being a little bit more smarter. We've made mistakes this transfer window in regards to wasting a lot of time on Rafinha, wasting a lot of time now on Jules Kounde, Nathan Ake, Matthias de Ligt. Now, I hope we are learning as we're going and not making these mistakes when we do go for some future targets. Let's get straight into this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first news that I want to go through. Tuchel has conceded that he is not hugely enjoying his role combining coaching with working in the transfer market. This is from Telegraph Football. I mean, look, you know how serious those guys are. You would definitely take them seriously, any sort of information coming from there. And as I said, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised one bit that Thomas Tuchel's not enjoying this. This is not his expertise. Down the track, we need a director of football. I don't expect this to happen in this particular window, which is fine. But in the next window, the January window, we better have a director of football ready by then. There's a lot of time till then. And I would love to see a director of football who takes away all of this stress, day-to-day stress from Thomas Tuchel. I would like to see proper scouting teams so we can actually go out there and scout gems, not necessarily the biggest names out there, which is going to be quite interesting to see how Thomas Tuchel develops them. A lot of fans out there are starting to state, Thomas Tuchel is not someone who develops players, but I don't think that's the case. I really think he's capable of developing players. You see what he's done with the defenders here. We can't say much about the attackers, but at least with the defenders, so many players have done well under Thomas Tuchel. And also the whole entire recruiting team, because we can't have this same drama for the January window. Do you know what I mean? Our recruiting team has to be spot on. We can't be like, we are finalizing documents. No, documents should be finalized within seconds, man. Shouldn't take long. Whenever there is a verbal agreement done, relay the message to the documentation team in HR and get the documents ready and send it off. We shouldn't be waiting 3 days, 4 days, waiting for the green light and whatnot. That should not be the case. There was a feeling of weariness around the squad ahead of Arsenal, with many players ready to go back to the familiar surroundings of Cobham due to 4 flights in 6 days. Several players were also surprised that Gilmour was sent to the development team. Look, first of all, I can appreciate they're human beings, lots of travel during the USA tour. But at the same time, there are other teams that are doing the same thing as well. Arsenal were in USA tour. It's about here. It's about telling your mind how strong you are mentally. People go through tough times, man. People go through stressful, hectic moments, but it's how you control yourself here is what determines what the outcome is going to be. If you're weak, of course you're going to collapse. But if you're mentally strong, it doesn't matter how much you travel. I get it. There is the physical, fatigue. There is such thing as a mental fatigue. But these guys have just come back from the last season being over. A lot of these guys had 2-3 weeks off. I know a few of them had international matches straight after the season finished, but a lot of them also had good 4 weeks off or 5 weeks off, whatever the case was, and then the other players had about 2 to 3 weeks off. So, and it's about restart. You shouldn't be mentally fatigued from the get-go. So that's just the way I look at it. The other factor is several players were also surprised that Gilmore was sent to development team. Look, we as fans were surprised. There's no way Ross Barkley should have been taken. It should have been Billy Gilmore who should have got those minutes. I'm not saying that Billy Gilmore needs to be in this squad, but at least give him the opportunity to showcase his talent in the preseason. And of course, it's shocked the fans. And players are not much different than fans. It would have shocked them as well. The how's Billy Gilmore being sent to the development squad, but at the same time, the players need to move on, man. You have a job in hand. You can't be dwelling around the fact that why was Billy Gilmore, sent off. So for me, that's not a good enough reason, excuse to not perform. Football.London has been told Tuchel was disappointed with the playing surface at Chelsea's Los Angeles camp. I mean, look, this is coming from Adam Newson. Look, I respect him a lot. How much of this is true? This seems lame to me. I mean, why would Thomas Tuchel say this? And if it is true, that's just ridiculous. We're blaming the surface. Arsenal played in the same surface, man. They whooped us. I'm not having this. These are the kind of excuses I don't want to see next season. The surface, the weather, the air, the oxygen. Nah, man. I'm going to try and say that this report is probably somewhat fabricated. That's what I want to believe. Because if this is true, this is what Thomas Tuchel believes, then, oh my God, we're in for a massive shock come next season. Breaking. Chelsea are tired of waiting for green light for Kounde. They are now ready to explore other options if it doesn't arrive soon. Look, this green light, man, F the green light. Forget it. Let's just move on. I think we have now moved on. These are some of the things that I suppose are also culminating to Thomas Tuchel's stress levels and fans' stress levels as well. We have to be smarter. We need to be better. We can't be wasting this amount of time on a player when everything was given and there's no movement and he's clearly waiting for Barcelona. So let's move on from this. These are the things we need to learn. I thought we've learned our lesson with Rafinha. Clearly we haven't. And we're making the same mistake again. We don't have enough time. We need to move on. Chelsea are ready to leave the Kounde deal if they don't get the green light today or tomorrow. They are already discussing other CBs. Forget about the green light today or tomorrow. I don't even care if the green light happens anymore. Look, as far as I'm concerned, let it be pink light, red light, yellow light. I don't really care. This is not some sort of a joke anymore. Chelsea had some calls on Saturday night and Sunday morning and to try and hijack Nordi Mukiel, but too late due to PSG. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? What are we doing? Trying to hijack again. Stop this hijack. Stop it. And you're not even successful in hijacking. Please, Chelsea Football Club, learn your lessons. Learn your lessons. You're embarrassing yourself a little bit in this transfer. I get it. We have a new regime. We have, it's Thomas Tuchel and Top Bowley trying to do the show. Maybe they don't have all the contacts. Maybe they don't have all that relationship built up with other agents in the European level. Stop this hijack business. Stop it. If you weren't there in the first place for Nordi Mukiel, who I don't even know who he was until today, then why are you interested? If you were seriously interested, then it should not be a hijack. You'd be there. You're trying to hijack Nordi Mukiel. You're trying to hijack Richarlison. You're trying to hijack Frankie de Jong. They're not even doing that properly. You can't even hijack. Do you know what I mean? So stop and focus. Focus on what you need and go hard on that particular target. Stop this hijack business because, we're making ourselves look like a fool. Chelsea waiting for proposal for Werner. Ziyech Pulisic isn't out of Tuchel's project, but Pulisic is waiting to see if Chelsea sign players in his position. Look, Pulisic, it's either you stay or you don't. We will get other attackers. Don't get this impression that we're going to move into next season. Thomas Tuchel said it's the same players. Don't expect new results from the same players that couldn't score last season. We are going to get new players Christian Pulisic. We have to. Now, if you want to leave because we get new players in, then, brother, start looking for a club right away. It's either you stay and you go, I don't care whether who comes in or not. I'm going to do my level best and fight and showcase what I can bring, because the last couple of seasons, it's been pathetic. I've been injured as well. I want to make sure that I can get that, rekindle that, form post-lockdown back in Frank Lampard's season. It's either that or you move on, my man, because we should be getting an attacker. Whether we get it or not, I don't know, but we should be. We should be. We cannot be moving in to next season with just Sterling, the only addition up front. So the rest is up to you, Christian Pulisic. In regards to Werner and Ziyech, they got to go. They got to go. I love Ziyech, you know that, but he don't fit. He don't fit. So he needs to go. And Timo Werner is someone I think is starting to become a bit of a bad smell in Chelsea Football Club. We'll talk about Timo Werner down the track. Chelsea have pulled out of Jules Kounde deal. Fantastic. I'm very happy with that. Barcelona are confident to sign Azpilicueta despite tensions between Chelsea and Barca. Look, we should not stuff up this situation with Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso. We've already taken so many L's from Barcelona. We've taken L's in regards to Dembele, in regards to Rafinha, in regards to whoever else that we've taken L's for. Everyone's, wanted to go to Barcelona ahead of us. We shouldn't take further L's in regards to Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso. We shouldn't be blocking their move. If they want to go to Barcelona, they've got something tabled there from Barcelona. Let's move them on. Let's move them on. Let's not hold that situation back any longer. Chelsea are already exploring other CBs. The fact about Azpilicueta and Alonso, if we hold them, that's further L's from Barcelona for us. So we shouldn't be doing that. Chelsea are close to giving up and could walk away from negotiations from Sevilla to sign Jules Kounde if there is no breakthrough soon. Another complication is Thomas Tuchel is not entirely convinced about signing Kounde with doubts over his height. Look, stop it. This is from Jacob Steinberg as well, someone who's clued in about Chelsea transfer news. Don't tell me all of a sudden. So, okay. Let me get this straight. We were interested in getting Jules Kounde. Then we weren't, and we figured out that this was a club signing and not Thomas Tuchel signing. Then we've come back to Jules Kounde all of a sudden, even though we've realized that it's not a Thomas Tuchel signing, it's a club signing. And now we are all of a sudden, now that Jules Kounde is not happening, now his height is an issue. It makes us look like a fool. So his height wasn't an issue a couple of days ago when we've got that offer sent to Sevilla. Like, personal terms agreed, his height wasn't an issue. Nah, stop that, man. Stop these kind of stuff, man. Once again, I'm going to have to probably think that this report from Jacob Steinberg is probably fabricated. Like, Thomas Tuchel should know about Kounde's height before the offer has gone out to Sevilla. Like, it's incredible. And this particular transfer window, we've been told that it's run by Thomas Tuchel. Don't tell me all of a sudden that was Todd Bowley pushing that move. Yeah, that just sounds silly. PSG are asking for 55 to 60 million for Kimpembe. Inter Milan are asking for 60 to 65 million for Milan Skriniar, who is appreciated by Tuchel. Concrete negotiations will start with other targets soon, if no green light for Kounde. Stop the green light business. There will never be a green light for Kounde. Now, 55 to 60 million for Kimpembe. Look, I'm of the belief that we need someone on the right side if we continue with the back three. If it's a back four, it doesn't really matter. You can have many different combinations. You can have Kimpembe, Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Kimpembe. But if it's a back three, which I believe it is, I don't think we need another left-footed defender like Kimpembe. I think we need a right-footed defender. Give Chalobah competition. I don't think Chalobah should be a regular starter, but I don't want him to leave either. I definitely want him to stay. Someone who can still develop and then eventually be a regular starter. So from that perspective, Milan Skriniar for me. Milan Skriniar, ladies and gentlemen. Look, let's not dilly-dally around anymore. We've wasted a lot of time. I know he wasn't our option earlier on, and I know we were saying that's a lot of money for Milan Skriniar, but now we're in a situation where we are running late. So we have to pay overs on certain players now, and Milan Skriniar is one of them. PSG are not accepting that particular price. We were going to pay close to that anyway for Jules Kounde. Might as well pay that for Milan Skriniar. We need defenders. We don't have the position at the moment to negotiate heavily. We're running out of time. And the season is just around the corner. We need new players for Thomas Tuchel's sake. Pay the 60 to 65 million for Milan Skriniar and see if you can recoup some money down the track for Lukaku, because obviously Lukaku's over there. So look, if you're worried that Inter Milan has screwed us previously, well, at least we can recoup some money. At least we can screw them, hopefully, with Lukaku down the track, because Lukaku wants to stay there. A little bit about Milan Skriniar here from Ben Jacobs. Milan Skriniar is a player Chelsea have expressed interest in before. They originally explored him as part of the possible swap deal when discussing Romelu Lukaku. Inter made it clear they were only open to straight cash deal, challenging for Chelsea since Inter asking for 65 to 70 million. Now, here they're saying 65 to 70 million euros. Over here, they were talking about 60 to 65 million pounds. So, look, get it done. Just get it done. Just get it done. Now, some news about Timo Werner, ladies and gentlemen. Look, Florian Plettenberg, when it comes to German news, German players, he's well clued on. News about Timo Werner. On Friday, we have reported exclusive about Chelsea relationship with Tuchel, Werner, and the possibility of his departure. Still early stages, but a return to Leipzig is an option for all parties. We've been told that it would be a long way to go. We've been told that it would be a long way to go. Look, it's still early days. If there is some way we can send him to Leipzig or whoever else, Bundesliga, apparently they're looking for a replacement for Sebastian Haller with his medical condition. Hope he gets well soon. And also, Bayern Munich's looking for a shot. Look, there is a lot of options in Bundesliga. Timo Werner, pack your bags up. Time to go. Time to go. If you want to make it to the World Cup, you need to go. You are starting to stick up the place. You're absolutely starting to stink up the place in Chelsea Football Club. I don't think Thomas Tuchel likes you. And there were some footages of the last game against Arsenal where you looked like you didn't care. There were some lazy moments from you. There was one moment where Milan Skriniar passed it and you just couldn't be bothered running up to the ball. And Milan Skriniar was looking at you, and Thomas Tuchel from the bench was saying, keep it shut. Don't worry. We'll take care of it. Like, you're a problem. You're a problem, Timo Werner. You need to go. And if there is a way we can send you off to Leipzig, let's go. If it's a loan, let's do a loan. If we have to pay his wages, let's pay part of his wages, because I'm sure Leipzig will come into the party to pay part of his wages as well. But if Leipzig think that his 272k is way too much, which it is, let's pay for some of his wages, because once again, this is another player we've messed up with. We've royally messed up with. Let's see what else is going on before we wrap things up, ladies and gentlemen. If there is any other latest stuff that's going on that we might have missed out. People are talking about Vardio. Let me know what your thoughts are in regards to Vardio. I can't see anything else new. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you feel about everything we've gone through. Thomas Tuchel, him being perhaps a little bit disgruntled. I mean, do you understand his position? How he doesn't want to do all of these transfer stuff, and he has to do the managing of the team. What's your thoughts on Milan Skriniar, Kimpembe, Vardio, so on and so forth? And also, like, the fact we just wasted so much time. We need to move on. Lastly, in regards to Timo Werner, let me know how you feel about Timo Werner and also the other players, Christian Pulisic and Hakim Ziyech as well. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you have. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see you.